All right, welcome back. Today we're getting rowdy a little bit differently. We are doing a gravel ride out of Tellico Plains, Tennessee. Tellico is kind of famous as a motorcycle destination for road riders and also gravel riders. Hello, goat. So we started out Tellico. We're headed out to Star Mountain. Will be our first destination. I guess we rode about 10 miles, 11 miles of pavement to get to the gravel. But I think we passed one automobile in that 11 miles. Other than a little stretch of Highway 39. This is 39 right here. I think this is the second vehicle we've seen all day. So we finally get on a little gravel, and from here it goes up and up and up and up. We top out on Star Mountain and ride across the top a little bit and then pop down the other side. This road we rode it about 6 weeks ago, and they have definitely had some big rains in the last 6 weeks. There were some trees down. There were some new erosion ditches in the road. The good thing about having the trees down, particularly up on top, is that you didn't really have to worry about any automobile traffic, because they could not get through. However, we could get our motorcycles through without any trouble. I followed a guy most of the day. He had the route on his GPS. I think it's something called the Appalachian route that he got from a guy at a bed and breakfast in Tellico when he stayed there. The whole route was about 160 miles. We ended up cutting it short. I don't think my ass could have taken 160 miles. We ended up with about 75. If you notice my motorcycle sounding different than normal, it's because it is not normal. I borrowed my son-in-law Hayden's FE 350. Simply because his is plated and my 300 is not. I don't think anybody would check us back here, but better safe than sorry. So I got to ride the 350, and I have to say, that's a really nice machine. We got a little bit of single track at the end, and it really shines on the single track. Power comes on a little slower than my 300. But it's real predictable and just really pleasant to ride. Here you can see some of that erosion ditch. There were places where it had worn down, not just through the gravel, but through a foot or more of the road base underneath the gravel. Had to be careful not to get into those, take you down. Here's where a guy couldn't decide if he wanted to jump this mud puddle or go around it, and at the last minute he went around. Got a little squirrely. Star Mountain is absolutely beautiful, and I knew it was there, but I had never been on it until we did a ride about 6 weeks ago, and great gravel. I don't know, I would guess we rode 10 or 15 miles of gravel before we got back on the pavement. Really, really fun. And the gravel was just damp enough to make traction pretty good, but there was no dust, absolutely none all day long. We rode this. Eventually we wound around to the Hiwassee River and up to Buck Bald. Buck Bald is 360-degree views up on top of the mountain. You can see all around. It is absolutely gorgeous. Good place to take a break, get some lunch. As long as the breeze is going. If there is no breeze, it gets a little hot in August. But just really, really pretty. Even if you didn't stay up there, it's worth the ride up to see what it looks like. So we're going to pop off the top of the mountain, go down and pick up Trail 82 for a little single track. Here's 82. It's a sweet little trail in the southern Cherokee National Forest. There are 2 moto legal trails, Trail 81 and Trail 82. And this is Trail 82 from Buck Highway east to Unicoi Pike, I think. Those are 2 gravel roads back in the National Forest. But it's got some steep side slope. It's got a little exposure. It's just really nice single track. There are only 2 or 3 places on the whole trail that would give a seasoned rider any sort of a hard time. There's one rocky uphill if you're coming the other direction, of course downhill. There's a slab rock climb that when we rode before, we had a big group. Some of the guys on the bigger bikes struggled with that slab rock climb. It was wet, it was kind of greasy, but if you carry a little speed up it, it's not bad. And then at the very end of the trail, there's some washout that just every time I ride it gets a little bit worse and a little bit worse. Big bikes make it a little bit tough, you know, like that FE 350, no problem at all. Guys, 450 Honda didn't have any problem. This is the one rocky uphill here. It's not bad. It's steeper than it looks on the video. But you just keep it rolling and you shouldn't have an issue. Back to the smooth single track. Then we've switched places to put guy in the front. CRF 450L is kind of a beast. Again, his KTM is getting some suspension work done, and it was not available. This is really his dual sport go-to. This is just a really pretty trail and a really pretty part of the country. If you haven't been to Tellico and done the riding, Cherokee Skyway is there. It's not too far from Tail of the Dragon if you'd like to ride the road. But if you want to ride some gravel and a little bit of single track, some really nice roads for dual sport, it's incredible. Really, really pretty. This is about at the end of the single track, one of the rutted out places. Kind of rocky and rutty and got some roots. I get a dab every once in a while. It's probably easier if you just keep rolling. Pop back out on, I think it's Unicoi Turnpike. Straight ahead is a hiking trail that is not legal, but we're going to turn left here and ride back into town. We'll take Old Furnace Road back to Tellico Road back into town, and here we are at the Tellico Brewery.